Even a stick shoots once a year. So, I want it to be comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, Let's take a look at the weirdest guns that actually exist. SA-1, the Top Trigger Assault Rifle. The first on our list is the SA-1, and its story is quite amusing. It doesn't even have a prototype, but it does have something better, a drawing of a prototype. The main joke here is that the fire control handle and trigger are located on top of the receiver. Is it convenient? Of course not, but it's funny. As a bonus, this also complicates the design of the rifle because the trigger mechanism is in one place, while the trigger itself is in another. So, they had to come up with something, making the design more complex. But the idea is bold. So why not try it as an experiment? This monstrosity was designed by the engineer Konstantinov. The idea was to improve combat performance. But, as you can guess, something went wrong. Everything, to be precise. Subsequent SA models had a more conventional layout, remaining bullpups, but they never entered service, staying as prototypes. Whether that's good or bad, we'll never know. But I'd love to shoot the very first SA-1 just for fun, because I don't really understand how it was supposed to be held comfortably. Now, hold on a second, bro. Please like the video so YouTube promotes it better. You'll really help me out. AO-46, the assault rifle in a submachine gun form factor. The next patient is called the AO-46, and at first glance, it looks like a shabby submachine gun. In essence, that's what it is, but it's actually an assault rifle chambered in 5.45 by 39 mm. It was developed back in the 1960s by Tkachev, an employee of Tsen-e-Tokmash. The idea was simple: create a compact but powerful weapon for special forces. To achieve this, they chose a layout typical of submachine guns, where the magazine is usually located in the grip. But in this case, the magazine is the grip. This solution is quite flawed because reloading requires breaking the usual grip, and even making a controlled burst becomes problematic. They could have made a normal grip, but due to the caliber, it would have been too large and uncomfortable to hold. Even in its original form, it didn't seem to please anyone. The magazine only holds 15 rounds, so you'd have to reload often, resulting in 2 fails, a small ammo capacity and a clumsy reload. Unsurprisingly, the rifle remained a prototype. However, it did have some cool features, like a gas chamber integrated with the muzzle brake. From the perspective of achieving maximum compactness, this is a very interesting solution that I haven't seen in other weapons. This solution also simplifies the design by combining 2 components into one: Makarov's submachine gun. If you're tired of strange guns, here's the Makarov pistol, a time-tested weapon. But what happens if it starts using drugs? Just kidding, of course. Even if you stuff it with buckwheat and polish it with salts, it's unlikely to turn into what you're about to see. This creation is called the Konovalov submachine gun. Konovalov is actually a cool guy, an academician, by the way. He took a regular PM, Makarov pistol, and turned it into a PP, submachine gun. Get it? Just replaced one letter, and it's done. But jokes aside, his creation could achieve a rate of fire of 950 rounds per minute. You just have to keep up with reloading. Thanks to an improved design, the bolt travels a certain distance, picks up a round, and fires. A second inertial element then moves further, driving the round into the chamber. The split bolt significantly reduced recoil and improved accuracy. It looks awful, but the creative thinking behind it is brilliant, and that's hard to argue with. AK-47. Combined with a grenade launcher, combining milk and herring is a bad idea, but combining an assault rifle and a grenade launcher is a good one, though not always. As an example, here's the chubby piggy with the codename 80.002. This fat piggy is an assault rifle combined with a grenade launcher in a horizontal plane, which makes it bulky, heavy, and inconvenient. The weapon had two barrels, 5.45 millimeters on the right and 12.7 millimeters on the left. The moving parts of the automatic system were assembled into one unit and worked on the principle of gas operation. At least, that was the plan, because it's unclear how the small and weak 5.45 millimeter round could move such a heavy dual bolt. Honestly, I don't get it. Most likely, the energy from the 5.45 millimeter round's powder gases wasn't enough for a full reload. And don't even get me started on the recoil from such a bolt. But the main question is, where do the casings go? Look closely. There are no ejection ports. What does that tell us? The weapon simply can't function in this form. What you're looking at is a demonstration model made to scare the Americans or just for show. In this form, it can't work physically, at least not beyond a single shot. However, this development wasn't entirely useless.